Greetings and welcome to another edition of The Great Goddess. Praise be to Goddess. Praise be to Goddess. Well, here it is another Wednesday, and today we have for you the topic of the illusion of separateness from Goddess. Now, why would there be an illusion of separateness from Goddess, and what is the reason for this? And why is it there? Well, the illusion of separateness from Goddess is a consequence of our physical world that we live in. Obviously, she's not omnipresent and hearing everything we say and seeing everything we do in a sense of being in the sky or being standing right next to us, but she does see through our eyes and hear through our ears. So she can perceive this physical world through us and through our five senses, and she's in everything. She's in the video, she's in the table, she's in the lamp, she's everywhere. So she's her essence is everywhere, but she's not literally standing right beside us where we can see her. And why is it that we can't see or hear Goddess and we can't know that she's right beside us? Well, the reason is because we the human beings of our planet Earth, have done terrible things. We've done terrible things, and because of that, we had to come to Earth and be separate from Goddess for a little while and not see her or hear her right next to us. And so this separation is an illusion. She can see through our eyes and hear through our ears. She's always with us, even in our own minds. But we are not separate from her, but we have the illusion of separation. This illusion of separation is where we can't hear her voice, we can't see her, and we don't know that she's there. So she isn't standing right beside us, but she's inside of us. So it's a little complex, but basically the Goddess could be right next to us if she wanted to be. She could project herself so that she was standing right next to us and saying hi. But she chooses not to, because we are fallen beings and we have to learn our lesson here on Earth. And if she's there, we're never going to learn our lessons. So in order to learn our lessons, we have to have the illusion of separateness from her. The illusion of separateness is necessary for us to learn our lesson. And so, for example, let's take Jesus for an example. Jesus is the perfect punching bag. Poor Jesus. I actually almost feel sorry for him. Almost, because he wanted our worship. So I almost feel sorry for him, for not quite. And so here's what I think of Jesus. He wanted forgiveness really, really badly. Really, really badly. So he made himself a man god. He made a god out of himself, and he was a man. So he made himself a man god so that he could twist people's arms backwards and force them to forgive him. And force them to worship him. Of course, we don't worship him because we know that he's just a man, that he's only a man and not a god. But he wanted forgiveness really bad. So why don't we forgive him? We can start by forgiving him for the things that he said about the Gentiles, the way that he mistreated Gentiles. And we can forgive him for the wanting to make slaves of all of his followers. Those are two things that he said that he did that really, really, really require forgiveness. I mean, he's got a heavy debt there, because worse than murder is an unkind soul, and he was very unkind. And so we need to forgive Jesus. I forgive him for his wrongs, and you should forgive Jesus too, because all he wants is your forgiveness. That's all he wants. It's just forgiveness from everybody. And he needs it. He needs our forgiveness because he did wrong. But we forgive him, and we extend that forgiveness outward. But those that we can't forgive, we put that on the back burner, that we can forgive them later. We can always forgive them later if we can't forgive them now. But for the time being, we forgive Jesus, because he's very forgivable and very in need of forgiveness and very wanting of forgiveness and desirous of forgiveness. So he got forgiveness for him and all of his friends by twisting people's arm backward religiously. But yeah, he needs our forgiveness, so I'll forgive him. I'll forgive Jesus. Sure, why not? All the wars, all the murders because of in his name, all the bad things for his sake, I forgive him. But he needs forgiveness, and he's done wrong to this world. So, the illusion of separateness from Goddess. Jesus was separated from his heavenly mother, the Goddess. And he did not know her, so he thought that she was a man, naturally assumed she was a man like himself, and made her father out of her. Well, we know better, but Jesus did not know better, and neither do his followers. So what we have to acknowledge that the Christians do not know Goddess, and probably never will know Goddess until they're dead and go to heaven and see Goddess there, and go to paradise to see Goddess. So when we die, we the illusion of separateness is dissolved, and we can see Goddess and hear Goddess clearly, and talk to Goddess and communicate with Goddess and get answers from her. But until then, we're separated from Goddess. Until then, we're separate from her. So we have to take it one day at a time. Just take it one day at a time, and stay calm and cool and collected at all times. Not have any bad thoughts or any bad deeds. And just remember Goddess in our hearts, and realize that she's with us all the time, even though we can't see her and can't hear her. She's with us all the time in our minds. So she's with us all the time, and we can talk to her. We can talk to her. We can ask her questions, and she'll answer us in her own way. She has her own way of answering people. When people are asking her questions, when they're praying to her, she has ways of answering them in their everyday lives. So that's that. Pray to Goddess. If that's the only thing you can do to overcome the illusion of separateness of Goddess, is to pray to Goddess and to ask her for answers. And she'll answer you in her own way when she gets a chance. She'll manifest an answer in your life. She may make you wait for it for a couple of days, but she'll answer you eventually. I'm Sarah Jane Alpha Wolf, signing off. Have a terrific week, everyone, and take care.